People look at the amount of salt that we're putting on the food as chefs, or the sort of food we cook in restaurants, and they say, well, don't you worry about the amount of salt you're putting on. What you've got to remember is that if you ate a diet where this is your main intake of salt and you're not eating, say, processed food, snacking on crisps, all this sort of thing, then you're going to be fine. The amount of salt in weight on there is way below your 6 grams a day. Cut down on the crisps and enjoy your food a little bit more. That's what I say. I just put a tiny little bit in, just get it going, and that's a nice hot pan. This is a lovely big pan for the world's biggest duck breast. Got some lovely little gem lettuce. As I said, with this salad, it's all about crunch. With the duck, one of the most important things is to make sure you've got your skin rendered and you've got your fat come out of it. I'm going to turn that over now. Look at that. That's done really nicely on that side. And then we just cook it gently. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I like my duck quite pink. In the meantime, I'm going to carry on getting my salad ready. I also like using really quite maligned fruit and vegetables, especially like celery. Radishes, again, something that people don't use much. There are lots of wonderful English salad veg around, so that's where we're going to use a lot here. I love cress, again, it's one of those classic sort of old English products. These are little pea shoots. So you know the plants that the peas grow on. My little gem, mustn't forget them. Just a little bit of spring onions. Chives. Again, more English than you could possibly imagine. Do a similar thing, slightly different flavour to spring onions. I'm just going to actually turn that over a little bit more, try and render off a little bit more fat from the top. The stallholder who sold me that is going to come and have a taste afterwards, so I think we could probably feed me, him, several other people just on the one duck breast. We've got here the apple flavour of this wonderful apple aperitif, and I'm going to use that to deglaze the pan. It's very rich, it's quite fatty, so it's not always necessary for the faint-hearted. So this is pretty much there, I'd say. I'm going to actually just let this finish cooking by resting it, taking it off the heat, putting it to one side. The heat of the pan will just keep on cooking it very, very gently for a little while. And in the meantime, I'm just going to make a little salad dressing with some cider vinegar. I think there's so many ways of making a nice salad dressing. This one is going to have some garlic in it. Crushing the garlic on the board. A little bit of salt actually helps to break down the garlic and it adds flavour to the dressing. I'm always a real stickler for making sure that when my garlic is crushed, it's a real puree. Just popping a smidgen of cider vinegar in there. This is some lovely, really, very, very good Spanish olive oil. A little bit of mustard. Again, mustard's great. So I've just taken the duck out. I'm just going to rest that a little bit longer in there. So I'm pouring off the fat. Get that back up to heat. So this is going to get really hot again, and I'm going to use this lovely pomme de Normandie. So yes, so this is your fantastic duck breast.
Yep.
Whereabouts in France are these from?
The duck breast normally come from the southwest of France.
So this is when you get home after a day's work, then this is what you slap
after day work, you sit down, put it in the oven, sit down, have a glass of wine.
This is nice and hot now, hopefully. Oh, look at this, we've got a nice little bit of juice coming off the duck.
Yeah.
That goes in. Never waste any flavour, always keep using it. I'm just going to keep cooking that, reduce it down a little bit. I'm going to just pop that on the plate. You've got to stick around to taste this, Johnny, okay? Because I can't eat all of that on my own, all right? There's a whole load of different crisp, crunchy, fresh salad ingredients. We've got this wonderful duck breast, which from Jean-Yves, from the southwest of France. And I've just been resting that, and as you can see, that's lovely. I'm putting that on the plate there.